Hello everyone. Please, you can hear me, I want to see you in the chat. Say something so we can start. We're going to be starting in 5 minutes. So by 7:05 we're going to start. Please, you can hear me, I want to see you in the chat. Say something so we can start. We're going to be starting in 5 minutes. So by 7:05 we're going to start. I want to see you in the chat. Okay. Welcome everybody that's here. We're starting in 3 minutes. Waiting for more people to join. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, say something in the comment section. We're starting in 2 minutes. I hope you can hear me. I don't know why I'm finding it difficult to see the live chat currently, but I'll just be fooling on a dummy account. Okay, nice. Okay, thank you, Becca. Duak, you can hear me. Nice. Thank you very much. All right. In 1 minute we'll start. Okay, nice. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I can't really see it directly from here, but I can see it on my phone. So, all right. So I believe if you are here because you saw my video and you want to know more about this job, Telegram community moderation. Okay, and that's definitely why you're here. You want to know what is this job that people are earning dollars, and this job has been here since 2013, and I do not know about it. How is that possible? What is this job about? So I am going to explain everything for you. That's the purpose of this 3-day class. The purpose of this 3-day class is that I am going to be opening your eye. That's the most important thing. Showing you what actually you have been missing. So I'm going to be opening your eye to the opportunity that you have been missing all this while. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to open your eyes to an opportunity that you're missing all this while. Explain what this whole remote crypto jobs and everything is about for you. Tell you and show you what Telegram community moderation is about. Who is a Telegram community moderator? What do they do? Okay, and why people actually, why projects are looking for this role. I'm going to show you like the demand for Telegram moderators is so high that you can't even fathom it. And then finally, how you can get started. Yes, how you can get started. So before we go, let's someone said it's recorded video. I hope you can see I'm live, I'm moving. This is not a recorded video. I'm literally saying this is live as you can see it. Okay, so before we start, we're going to say a short prayer, because I'm very paramount on prayers. I told you quick prayer. So in Jesus' name, Father Lord, we thank you for everything you have done for us. Father Lord, commit this class into your hand and let everyone that's watching this class receive understanding and see results. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so I'm just going to be reducing my head so that everybody can see the my screen. Please, if you can see my screen and see my screen well, please just say it in the comments that you can see my screen. Please, you can see my screen. Say it in the comment section that I can see my screen. You can see clearly what is written on it. I hope the text are clear, because you have to be looking at this, like my, should I say, my drawing board, because it's from here I'm going to be teaching you. This is a slide I made for this class, because you actually need to be seeing some text, so that if I was just talking, you might probably mishear some things, or maybe your network will glitch. Okay, good. So you guys can see it clearly. Wonderful. So we're talking about remote crypto jobs. Remote crypto jobs. If you don't know what it means for something to be remote, it means that you are working without actually being at your workplace. Meaning you can stay in your toilet and do your job and you still get paid. You can stay in your kitchen, you can go to your village and do your job. You don't need to actually be there live in the office to work. That's what a remote job means. Now, I'm going to be explaining what crypto is about, because this whole thing, you can't really, should I say, come and start talking about jobs without knowing what you're working, where you're going to be working, the whole concept of crypto. Okay, so now introduction and foundation. That is what today is going to be about. Okay, in today's class, I'm going to be making, like, at the end of today's class, you're going to understand what crypto is about. You're also going to know the different opportunities of making money in crypto, because all of us want to make money. I want to make money, you want to make money. So I believe that's why you're here watching me right now. It's not because of something else. So I'm going to be showing you the different opportunities you can make money in crypto, and then how it works, how each of those opportunities work, and the downsides and the good sides to it. And that is just it. So you have a strong foundation, so that when we come and start talking about Telegram moderation, this, you know that out of all the crypto jobs, Telegram moderation is easier to start as a beginner. You understand? That is the most important. That is one thing you need to know. Telegram moderation is easier to start as a beginner, and you understand and see why. Okay, so now understanding what crypto is about and the money making opportunities. So what are the expectations? I've already explained this for you. I've already done this. So what is it not? What it is not? So yes, this class is recorded. So if you're having some network issues, you can always watch it later. Now, please, you should know that what I want to explain for you now is not. It is not a get rich quick scheme. I am not promising you $10 billion, or let's say you refer 10 other people, and that's even the second one. But the point is, this involves you working. This is a job. It means what happens in jobs, you are going to work. You're going to put in some efforts. You're going to, work for your money. So it is not something that you drop money somewhere, your money grows or something. No, you are going to be doing an actual job. This is job work. You understand? An online job. So this is not a get rich quick scheme. Most of the jobs around, even in the ones in Nigeria or the ones in any country, wherever you are, you need to work for it. Probably get paid at the end of the month or at the end of the week. You understand? So would you really call that a get rich quick scheme? No. You worked for your money. So this is what this is about. It is not a get rich quick scheme. It is not also a Ponzi scheme where you have to refer people. Throughout the course of every single thing, you are never ever going to refer anybody. I'll tell you why I'm even teaching you in the first place. You understand? If you want to teach people, you can, but what I want to let you know is you can make very, very serious money from this Telegram moderator work without even telling a single person about it. Yes, I've been doing it for 2 years, and I'll show you proof in day two. 2 years. You can imagine after 2 years of consistently doing this job, I now finally decided to, teach people today. And it's just because of a few reasons that I decided to do it. I'll explain it for you later. But you can do this whole thing and make money weekly because salaries are paid weekly. Get your salaries weekly without having to refer anybody. So this is not a Ponzi scheme. You don't have to refer anybody in here. Then also, this is not passive income. My understanding of passive income is something that you can sleep and then your money is coming in. You understand? Maybe something things like Amazon KDP where you write a book and then you drop it and then if you make sales, fine. If you don't make sales, but like you can go somewhere your money is coming in, or I can't really recall. Okay, let's say something like maybe websites where you have a website that's running ads for you. You just go and sleep and money is coming in. No, this is not a passive income. This involves you working. So this is a active income actually. It is not passive, it is active. So it involves a lot of your inputs inside. And I'm going to explain it for you that in a whole day, at least 6 hours of your life will go into this because it is an actual job. So it's not really the 9 to 5, but the 6 hours, what makes it cool is that it's remote. So you can be at your workplace. Let's say if you're a nurse, you're a medical student, or whatever, maybe you're a student, you're a banker, you can be at your workplace doing your thing. Maybe you're a trader, you could be in the market or your shop doing your thing while you're still on your phone doing your work as a Telegram community moderator. So it is an active income, it is not passive income. But in this case, active meaning that your this kind of active is remote, so you're not really putting you're not required to put all your attention. You can multitask. Okay, so also this is not an unprofessional work. This is highly professional. The level of professionalism here is so serious. Me personally, all the Telegram moderators I train, I always make sure that I make professionalism a priority because it is from professionalism that you will get hired. If you are not professional, you will not get hired. It's how it is. People, the money, there's a lot of money in this thing, but where people actually, get it wrong is getting hired. You understand? It's one thing to say, oh, you're a Telegram moderator, you know how to do a couple of things on Telegram, but how professional are you? You understand? So some people know the task, know what to do on a Telegram group. You understand? Probably watched YouTube or something, but they lack a lot of things like positioning, pitching, how to a bunch of other things I will explain for you as we go. So this is extremely professional. Also, this is not for unserious people. If you think this is something that you just joke around with and play around with, you will not get hired. Yes, it involves a lot of consistency. If you are happy where you are or with your financial state, then this is not for you. I'm not going to lie because people that are usually happy with their financial state have that lower, should I say, they don't really have the zeal to grind. But I've also seen people that, despite their financial state, they are still willing to grind to make more money. You understand? So this is for people that are very serious, that are willing to make this money, that are willing to work for it. And finally, this is not a gamble or trading. You're not putting money anywhere and into loss. No, you're not even going to put any money. That is how crazy it is. You don't it's this is totally skill based. The only money that you might actually spend in this whole Telegram moderator thing is, let's say, if you want to learn the skill. You understand? But apart from that, if you learn the skill and finish, you're not paying any money for anything. You position yourself, pitch, get hired, and you start collecting salary without having to pay anything. Okay, so now let's move further. What is crypto? Crypto is digital money. You know how we have paper money now? Imagine it were online, but it is not the naira. Okay, it's a digital money that can be exchanged for services, just like how we use money. It's just an online financial system. It's strictly online. It has nothing to do with real life policies or government policies or whatsoever, even though right now taxes and everything are trying to encroach into the whole crypto economy and all, but still it is decentralized. It has nothing to do with the traditional banks. It is totally online and it runs on blockchain, just like how we have web pages and the internet. That's how crypto is and the blockchain. Okay, and then this is global. That is why now, if you want to send money from here to someone in Gabon, or let's say in the US, you do it in literally minutes to seconds through crypto, without having to sign paperwork or get visas or wait 3 days for your money to ramp and all that. So it is global. That's how huge crypto is. And with it being this huge, the opportunities are also massive. Okay, so now what is Web3? I'm sure I've been hearing Web3, 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 Web3 this, Web3 that. What is this Web3 about? So Web3, I would call it the next version of the internet built on blockchain. So Web3 encompasses crypto, tokens, NFTs, projects and community. I'm going to explain what most of these terms mean for you. And in Web3, users have control, just like how it is in crypto. It is decentralized. You are in control of your money. No bank is somewhere telling you what to do. And it encompasses all the decentralized finance and all the decentralized exchanges, decentralized transactions, totally on chain. Okay, so it's just like the next version of the internet built on blockchain technology. So what are the components of web crypto and web3? When you hear crypto and web3, these are the things that you'll be seeing and hearing mostly in your day-to-day interactions. Okay, you're going to be hearing a lot of blockchain token, so token. As a matter of fact, the Telegram moderator work you're going to be doing is going to be for projects, and these projects could be tokens, exchanges, blockchains, or even decentralized apps, NFTs. Okay, NFTs are those pictures that you said that have value. Let's just put it that way. Non-fungible tokens, kind of. That's what NFT fully means. So this is where you most likely, this is where you'll be working, not even most likely. So blockchain now is just like Ethereum, Solana. Which other blockchain do we have? Bitcoin. Okay, these things are blockchains. They are, I don't know how to, I'm trying my very best to explain this without having to put technical terms, because there's no how I will explain this without, because I believe that a lot of you all here are beginners, so coming to start using technical terms is not going to make any sense. Just imagine blockchain as the internet, and then inside the internet we have other things, different websites and all. So under a blockchain we have different tokens, just like how we have Solana blockchain, and then under all those tokens I used to hear as launch and dump, that is where the tokens come under the blockchain. Then project, a project could be when you hear the word project simply means a venture. Let's put it that way. Something that somebody has started. It could be a token. It could be a website. A website can be a project. It could be an exchange, like all these Binance, BitGet, Jesus, how will I even forget this main one? Binance and Bybit. So these things now are exchanges and they are also projects. So you can be a Telegram moderator for Binance. You can be a Telegram moderator for Bybit. They are still projects, because as a Telegram moderator you're going to be working for projects. Now exchanges are like centralized exchanges. That's where you carry your tokens, your crypto tokens, and exchange for fiat. You can also use them to trade or whatever. So that's the Binance. Fiat is like real physical money. Okay, that's where you hear all the P2P. I went to draw money in P2P. It's exchanges like Binance and Bybit. Okay, now communities. A community is where two or more is where two or more are gathered for a single particular goal. So it could be a token, one token launch, and then the holders of that token will now have a community. Okay, so that community is now a community of holders. So they are there because of that particular token. Or it could be an exchange. Binance has a place where all its users are. You want to ask questions, you ask it there. It's a community. Now it could be a decentralized app. Okay, let's say OpenSea or let's say Magic Eden. This is where NFTs are launched and bought and sold. Those places have communities too, maybe the people that are using the platform where they gather. And then places that you can host communities, just like now, if I want to start a community, I'll need a place where they'll be gathering, and that place now is where I will be hosting them. If we have a meeting, we'll go there, pass information. Oh, this is the new update and everything. So in Web3, the places where we host communities are places like Discord and Telegram. These are the main two places that you host Web3 communities: Discord and Telegram. That is where you will be working inside a Telegram community. It's that beautiful. You'll be working inside a Telegram community. And with all these components I've told you, you can see that there are so many communities that you can work for. I will open your eye. I'll carry this your eye. I'll open it on day 3 so that you can see how many communities currently exist and know that the opportunities are plenty. You just need proper guidance and good positioning, and you're just going to keep making it. It's just how it is. So that is the concept of communities. Decentralized apps are just like how we have all these, maybe calculator app or an app for maybe tracking one thing or the other. They have it in Web3. So the Web3 own is called decentralized applications, and they help you perform 1 or 2 transactions on chain in Web3 or in crypto. Okay, so now what are the different ways to make money in crypto? You can make money from trading. Trading involves you carrying your money. You get an exchange or get maybe a trading platform online or maybe a decentralized app, and then put your money. Say, okay, this particular token is going to go up. If that token goes up, you collect profit on top of that your money. If it goes against your direction, you lose a percentage of your money, sometimes all your money. That is just the concept of trading. Investing, something like liquidity pools. Now you carry your money and lock somewhere, and then let's say a token like maybe Solana. Now you can carry your money and then lock inside Solana. This is not how it is, but just for your understanding. Okay, you carry your money and lock inside Solana. So when people buy and sell Solana, the fees from those transactions will be coming to you because you added to the liquidity of Solana. That's exactly how liquidity pulls up. Now, the downside to it is that it involves money, and then secondly, if that you adding liquidity, it's if and only if Solana stays within a particular price range. So if Solana goes outside that price range, you're not going to be earning any form of fees. And when you now want to come and collect your money back, it will drop in value. So it's still high risk. Staking involves you locking your money somewhere, and then over time you're going to gain yield, just like fixed deposits. Okay, what does it entail? It involves money. Airdrops, you must have heard about airdrops. The whole concept about airdrops, I feel another thing that does not really involve money is airdrop, but it's very stressful, and then there is no promise of an actual money at the end of the day, because sometimes you might actually not make it. The whole concept with airdrops is that I am starting a project now, and let's say the project is launching in a month's time. So from now to that 1 month, I'll now tell people to perform different tasks. Okay, I'll tell them, oh, maybe like and share my tweets on X, or maybe follow my account on X, retweet so post, comment here. And then with each of these tasks, I am recording it somewhere, maybe giving them points. And then when I now finally launch whatever I want to launch, I'll now give them money according to whoever performed the most task or according to whoever had the most points. Now, what is the downside to it? Projects now, I can decide to make you suffer like and do all the things you have done for months. Like this 1 month, I'm telling you, some projects do airdrops. They'll take like 3 to 5 months to 6 months, sometimes a year, to make people work and grind for that airdrop. And at the end of the day, the money that you're expecting in your head, they'll now come and give you chicken change. They call it dust. In crypto, it's called hopium. Hopium is when you are high on imaginations. You've probably done so many airdrops and you in your mind you're going to buy Lamborghini tomorrow. They'll just raise your hopes like that and then trash it, because you cannot do anything to them. They never promised you an actual amount, but they promised you they were going to reward you. And they actually rewarded you. It's just that the reward has no value. So that is the annoying part about airdrops. You are almost investing nothing, even though there are some airdrops that involve you performing financial tasks. But in airdrops, you're almost investing nothing, and at the end of the day, there is not a guaranteed, you know, should I say, income. Now, NFTs is just basically, you see how this my fine suit is and my face. You snap me now and then go to a platform like Magic Eden or OpenSea and then list that picture and say, okay, if you want this picture, pay me 1 million naira. And then people will now pay you 1 million naira and buy my picture, either because they really like my face or they want to trade it, meaning that they believe that my picture is going to, you know, have a higher resale value. Just like how you buy cars and sell cars, just like NFTs. So what's the problem with NFTs? That person that bought my picture for 1 million, at the end of the day, the person might not find a buyer. Person might end up listing it and then nobody's going to buy it. Person just wasted money and person has my picture. So at the end of the day, the person is losing money. And then NFTs involve money. It's just that there are also some NFTs that you say airdrop showed me shaking. Yeah, so it also showed me some bits of shaking. So there are also some NFTs that you can get for free and still sell them. But before you get all those free means, that's actually would at the end of the day worth something. You're going to be doing a lot of things. It's almost like an airdrop if you ask me. Now gambling, there's also gambling in crypto, just like how we have sporty. Yes, you can also gamble in crypto. You stake your NFTs on maybe real life stuff, like let's say gambling sites like Polymarket and Polymat and all. I think it's Polymat also. So you do that, and at the end of the day, if it does not go your way, you lose your money. So if you look at everything I have showed you now, all these ways of making money, people are actually making serious money from it. You see this trading, they're millionaires from trading, crypto trading, this investing. People are making money, airdrops. You must have heard of lots of people that made money from airdrop. I made money from airdrop. I don't know if you can remember Notcoin. I made money from that. Made money from grass. I made money from the dog airdrop. So I think those are the three airdrops I really like said I made money. Okay, yeah. Also the Kaito time, I also made some money from that too. So, but it's rare for you to see people making money from airdrops and the amount of grind that you put into it. Also, NFTs involve money, gambling involves money. All these things involve money. That's why I have decided to teach you a safer method of making money in crypto that involves only skill and not money. Skill and not money. That's crypto jobs. I mean, think about it. This trading platform that's like, let's say Binance now. I just want you to think. Do you know that if you carry your, let's say, $1,000 and then go and trade in Binance, at the end of the day, there is should I say, the probability of you making it is half, 1/2, because it's like tossing a coin. It can either go your way or not go your way. So it's possible that you. Please, someone is saying his network is bad. I hope you can hear me. Is it the only person facing this? Okay, so what do you call it? The probability of you making it is 1/2 because it can either go your way or not. But think about it. What if you were the one working for them? Do you know if you're the one working for them, the probability of you making money at the end of the day is one. Because what? They must pay you salary. It is how it is. They must pay you salary. You must be paid salary. You can't tell me that you're working all this while and you're not going to earn money. Except they are trying to scam you, but as long as you're working for them, you must make money. Even the investing platforms, what if you're working for them, doing one or two tasks? Or these airdrops, these people that at the end of the day they're giving peanuts or dust. What if you were the one that was part of the team? Crypto jobs. You don't have to pay anything, but at the end of the day you get paid for your skill. Or the NFTs. What if you were part of the team that was launching it? At the end of the day, they are going to share the money and you will chop. Or gambling. What if you were working for one of those gambling companies, but not as the gambler, but part of the team? It's how it is. That is just one thing that people don't see. It is easy to do all these things and lose your money. But why don't you just learn one skill and work for one of these platforms? And that's what I'm teaching you. So now, what is the reality of this? I've already explained it. It requires a lot of money, requires patience, can be risky, and can be a waste of time, especially air jobs. So now that is where crypto jobs come in. You work inside crypto projects, get paid in dollars, and can be remote. That is the most beautiful part of it. You can stay anywhere and do crypto jobs. Anywhere. Why? Because in crypto, they are very, very, should I say, they really emphasize the being decentralized and anonymity. They don't want to see your face. They don't want you to see their face. It's a decentralized thing. Okay, so that's what makes crypto sweet. You don't need to show your face, but I always advise my students, please show your face. Do you know why? In a place where everybody does not show their face and you show your face, you stand out. It also shows that you're a real person and you know what you're doing, you're confident. Imagine now I was explaining this thing for you and you were not seeing my face. It will look like I'm probably reading it from somewhere. How would you even tell? Like from this whole live session has been like I think 30 minutes, 33 minutes. And except maybe you just to choose not to believe me, you can tell obviously that I am not reading this from anywhere. I am telling you something from my head and you can perceive my experience from what I am saying with everything I've said so far. So it's what makes you stand out. Okay? But let's continue for that. So it can be remote. Okay, so what are the advantages of crypto jobs? It is remote. You can get paid weekly. You know how it is here in my country, Nigeria, that you get paid at the end of the month. In crypto, you can bargain to be paid weekly. Yes, it's how most of the moderators, work and get paid weekly. So you can talk to your founder or whoever you're working with that, oh, you want a weekly payment system, and you liaise everything with the person. Okay. Now another thing is that you can always connect and expand your circle and opportunities. Like me now, I'm currently a marketing lead and founder of Yax Labs. I did not start as a founder. I did not start as a marketing lead. I started as what? A graphic designer. That's how I started in crypto, doing small graphic design before I now started doing community moderation. Then I became a community manager. Then I became a founder. Then the whole thing became boring to me. Though I was explaining for you on day three. I'll explain my story so you understand why I'm even teaching you this in the first place. Because by rights, I'm not like they used to say in Nigeria. If you know all this kind of information, you definitely hold it if it's making you so much money like that. And yes, I hoarded it for 2 years, and right now I have chosen not to hold that anymore. And I'll explain it for you why. But you can always connect and expand because as you're working for these people, you using the opportunity to interact with them, check up on them. Hello, how are you doing? How's your family? It's not just work. You try and make them feel like you actually care about them. Okay, that way if they have another opportunity, they'll call you. Also, you get paid in crypto. You don't have to, you know how you get paid in dollars, maybe on Amazon KDP and all these other freelance sites, and then you have to probably wait for your bank to process it and all. Here, you just get your money, go to a centralized exchange, do P2P and collect your money. That same day, everything in 5 minutes. That's how it's done. Also, it's not so risky. When I say not so risky, I do not say there is no risk. There is risk to it. What is the number one risk? You can be scammed. Yes, I am going to show you and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to open your eye. I'm not here to, sell you one supernatural thing that will just happen. You can be scammed. It is possible that you will walk and walk and walk, and at the end of the day, the person will stop replying you, the person will block you. It happens. Even in real life. Government is delaying people's salaries. If I'm not wrong, some people somewhere now have not gotten their salaries paid because of one thing or the other. Their boss is saying one thing or the other. So this particular thing is what happens when when you're working for somebody. So that is the only risk to it. Then another risk is the project you're working for, yeah, can decide to scam its community members, and then you will now take the heat of it. It happens. Okay, so that is the only those are the only risk to it. And then finally, it is totally skill based rather than capital based. Remember when I was explaining all those other ones for you earlier, how all of them involve money and all. You can see this one, it involves little to no money. No, involves no money at all. Absolutely. Okay, so let's go for that. Disadvantages of crypto jobs. The employers are anonymous. I've already explained it. It's possible that you can work and not get paid. And some employers can be racist. Yes, you have all the skill and everything, then they'll now come and see that you're maybe a person of color and not give you the job. So those are the only disadvantages. So what are the type of crypto jobs? Now, I told you I was going to tell you the different types of crypto jobs. Number one, the developers. I want to be a developer so bad. Like, if there's anything I want to, like, I really ambition to be, it's a developer. But for you to be a developer, except here, you can be that ruggedly disciplined to learn coding. You can't. Because for you to be a developer, developers are the ones that make all these apps and everything. For you to be a developer, you must have spent months and months of dedication and consistent training to learn coding, to learn a programming language like Python, C++, JavaScript and all that. And then this involves money. Right now, if you want to learn Python from anybody, I think the last person I referred, the dev that's working for Yax Lab, he charged I think 100 and something K to learn Python. And you can imagine that, and you might not even have the time to be, attending the classes and all. Then the money that developers make, they could make one app now and then the app will be collecting subscription. Just think of any app that you have to pay money for. Spotify. Imagine the person that makes Spotify, Facebook or Instagram. They were developers behind these things. Now in crypto, they are developers too. A decentralized app is someone that will sit down somewhere for months and code it and make it, and the person will chop money. So this developer, it is not easy to learn, especially if you're a beginner. You cannot be a beginner and be a developer. It's not possible, except you already knew coding before now. If you know coding, please, and I'll advise you, if you're watching me now and then let's say you're a computer engineering student or a computer science student, this Telegram moderator work is not for you. Go and use your code and build something and make money out of it. But if you're a beginner, just trash it, just leave that side, because it's going to take you a lot of time. Okay, so it is not, the entry point for beginners is so hard. Now designers, that's where we have all the graphic designers and all. It's still also skill based. You need to learn how to do graphic designing, and then it takes time. And one thing that you learn how to do graphic design is another thing that you're designing something that is fine. So you can at the end of the day learn it, but you're not artistic, you're not that creative. It's not your fault. You're probably destined for something else. So The entry point for beginners is also hard, even though there is money too. But entry point for beginners is hard. Marketers like me, the entry point for beginners is hard. Why? With all the knowledge I have, it's not 2 months ago I started learning it. No. Before I started Yax Labs, I took my time to learn Web3 marketing, the pros and cons, how to do it properly, how to promote a community, how to develop structured campaigns, etc. So the entry point for beginners is hard because it also takes months and months of learning, trial and error to learn it. Traders, I've already explained it. Traders also, there are people that trade for people. Yes, you don't need your money. You just have to show proof that you're a good trader, and then someone will now give you his or her money to trade. What is the downside of it? You can carry someone's money and throw away. Yes, you think you're a badass trader, you're the best in the world. At the end of the day, you make a trade and the person's money will go, and they'll come and find you in your Nigeria or wherever you are. So that's the that is the bad side of trading. Being a trader, you might be good, but at the end of the day, you're taking a very huge risk, especially when you're managing people's funds. Now, community managers, as a Telegram moderator, your Oga before Oga, that is the person that is not the founder of the project, but in between founder and Telegram moderator is the community manager. They are the ones in charge of the community, the day-to-day happenings of the community, campaigns or partnerships. So it's them. They are the ones that are there. So the community managers is a soft role, but entry point for beginners is hard because for you to be a community manager, you must have started as a moderator. That is why when I am teaching you the Telegram community moderation, I'm going to teach you in such a way that you can move from moderator to community manager in at least 3 to 2 months. Yes, it's how it happens, and your salary will increase, and then you now be the one in charge of the moderators. So community moderator is what we are here for. So let's just keep that. So reading now is just basically someone drops a post and then you go, you like, comment, and retweet. And then at the end of the day, the person will pay you for those engagement on that post. So for you to be a good reader, you must have at least, let's say, 5 to 10 accounts. So you'll be reading tweets and be giving the person 5 to 10 likes. Now the thing with traders is that they used to collect chicken change. Yes, you can quote me anywhere. Readers don't make money for the work that you put in. Yes, because with your reading now, you're using like 10x accounts, and you're going to some majority of them are going to get banned, shadow banned. Elon Musk is on the active move looking for any reader to destroy his or her account. And at the end of the day, even when I'm starting projects, when I run campaigns that involve me using artificial, engagement like reading, it's not just one. I always need like 10 to 20 readers who have at least 10 accounts each. So we can now do 10 times 10, that's like 100 likes, 100 retweets, 100 comments. That's good engagement. You understand? Depending on what the project wants. That's if they want artificial engagement. I don't like the whole artificial engagement thing, but I mean, if a project wants artificial engagement, who am I? At the end of the day, you pay me for the work I have done for your project. You understand? So imagine now I'm paying like 20 readers. At the end of the day, the money going to each person will be like $10 or maybe $5 per person. Sometimes some very wicked Nigerian people come and be paying 20k or 5k, which is not fair. Someone will lose her account and then come to pay me 5,000 naira for what? Why didn't I just wake up in the morning and carry a car and go and sell on the road with this 5k I wanted? So that's the problem in Radar. Sheila is almost the same thing. As a Sheila, you're carrying your project link and going into different, comment sections. Let's say if an influencer like maybe Elon Musk makes a post, you can now go into the comment section and share the link. Hey guys, and maybe you can talk about the post that was made. Then I'm like, have you guys heard of this project? You drop the link of the project there. That's what shillers do. Shillers always gets the accounts banned. You cannot shill for so long. But there are some very professional ones though. But it's almost the same thing as readers. If I'm shilling now, I also need a whole bunch of shillers. And at the end of the day, each person is going to collect like 5k, 10k. It's chicken money. It's not making any sense. Then video content creators. Yes, I forgot to say. I'm also a video content creator on Web3. Okay, I've done a lot of things actually, but currently just marketing I'm doing and all. So video content creators make money. Yeah, we make a whole lot of money. It's from my video content creating that I got this monitor, got this whole lighting setup, got this space, got this camera I'm using and all. So, but the problem is you cannot wake up one day and decide to be a video content creator. And also, you need a lot of gear. You need a laptop as good as this one to be editing your videos, or maybe a good phone. You need lights. You need a space. So it's hard to start as a beginner. Even when I started video content creation, if you saw my first videos, you laugh at me because it was quite terrible. But we thank God I've gotten through. So you can see all these things now are different types of crypto jobs. I think there's one I haven't mentioned. But yes, KOLs, influencers. Influencers now, those people with 5,000, 50,000 followers on X, you pay them and then they'll make a post for you. Their followers will like or do whatever you want them to do. The problem with it is that you now that's watching this thing, do you have up to 50k followers? How many years do you want to take and grow that kind of audience? So the entry point as a beginner is hard. So with everything I've showed you so far, you can see that there are different opportunities, different ways to make money in crypto. The easiest way to do it without investing money is crypto jobs. And then still under crypto jobs, there are different types of crypto jobs. And the entry point for a beginner is so hard. And of all these different types of crypto jobs, the one where the entry point for a beginner is so easy is Telegram community moderation. It's very, very easy to start as a beginner. And in tomorrow's class, I'm going to be going in depth on Telegram community moderation. I decided to use today for this foundation, so you have a pure understanding of the basics, what crypto is, what Web3 is, the different opportunities, and why of all these opportunities we settle for Telegram community moderation. Okay, so thank you very much. Please, if you have any questions, please ask. Okay, tomorrow's class 7 p.m. please, 7 p.m. Some people came late. I'm just saying, I'm just joining. Don't do that. You're coming here to learn, and if you want to get much knowledge, you have to join. So 7 p.m. please. If you have any questions, please ask. I'm going to just spend the next 2 minutes waiting for your questions. If you have any questions, please ask. Okay, so in the absence of any question, thank you very much, guys, for joining. And tomorrow, see you by 7 p.m. I'm going to be dropping the link on the group chat as usual. I'll also send it to your DMs, even though it's quite stressful. Yes, sorry guys, I forgot to writing. Someone just asked the question, is writing part of it? Yes, writers make money. It's just that the problem I have with writing is that people are so biased. The ways you can make money with writing is thread contest. If you can find a project, for you to actually do this one, you have to be like rugged. You find a project that, like this one, if your writing is that good, you find a project that would like your writing, and then you pitch it to them. Tell them that, oh, hey, see, this is how my writing is. Okay, this is how my writing is and all, and I could be doing this for you. And then if they like your writing that much, they can actually, decide to employ you. Okay, but the thing with writing is that you need a very good portfolio. You must have been doing this job for a long time, and you need to be good. So the entry point for a beginner is still hard. It's still very, very hard. If you think you can use AI to write, it's not going to work for you this day. There are so many things that are, like, when it comes to AI written thing, because of the lots of AI, it's very easy to identify, and it's low quality content, and it's also what is taking many writers jobs away. So please, then, does anybody have any more questions? You have a problem with getting jobs, you got sacked. Okay, I'm not teaching writing. Okay, Emmanuel, I am not going to be teaching writing. Maybe in future classes I will teach that, but I'm only teaching Telegram community moderation, everything you need to know about it, and how you can get hired. So I'm so sorry, Emmanuel. You can maybe just learn this one for now. Okay. So in the absence of any questions, see you guys tomorrow, and thank you very much for attending. Do have a wonderful day.